A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. Hey, everybody. Thank you for listening to another edition of For Light and Dice. We kick off this episode with our heroes in Naboo trying to figure out what they want to do next. What will the crew of the Phantasmal Squonk decide to do? Find out. So when you all eventually make all your way back to the condo, just a quick note that the condo itself has 6 bedrooms. It has a massive two deck balcony because there's a 2-story condo. It has a beautiful view of the palace with the lakeside in the distance, green rolling hills in the far backdrop. There are lots of flowers and gift baskets and such that have been delivered to you. With the short time you've had at Naboo, there's no way that you could have gone through everything yet, so there's still a lot of unopened containers and gift baskets and such that you can go through. 90% of it's food. Some of it is other things like incense, trinkets and such.
All of those plants are dead. We can't keep that shit alive.
Excuse me.
I was about to say, I'm from a farming planet.
Oh, that's true.
There are at least 3 that I can think of queer characters around here. Not sure about Coriel yet, but one of us definitely knows how to keep plants alive. The odds of none of us being plant gays is astronomically low.
This is fair. I think
My
Zero,
money's on Gauze.
Zero had an interest in it. You're like, oh, you gotta water the plants. And so, they did one time and thought that was enough. And just kind of ignored the plants the rest of the time.
So, Gosh just comes into the apartment, goes up to Wen, points at them, and goes, "Stop telling the squonk thing, because it almost purged all of our money."
Look, I just say things that are true. If the squonk wants to interpret them their own way, that's hardly my problem.
It's going to be difficult to fly a ship when you can't buy fuel. What are you going to do?
I feel like
trade
there could
for
be
the fuel?
Yeah, ideally, yes.
Well, we can't do that right now. That's not how the galaxy functions.
Fine.
Thank
I
you.
will stop ranting about how money is an illusion of state control in the cockpit where the squonk can listen.
Thank you.
So, presumably, the 3 organics with the box have, unless any of the other 2 have any objections, have placed it on the table in the kitchen area.
Oh, is that another present? What is this?
It is some sort of force containment device. I don't know who contained it.
Obsidian.
Or what is contained.
Obsidian, our friend Obsidian works at the museum, Royal Museum, brought it over and dropped it off with us.
Well, that's very sketchy of them.
I fully trust Obsidian.
I mean, yeah, but did Obsidian say where he got it from?
Well, it's from the museum. I remember seeing it on display.
1 and 2, did you steal this from the museum?
1 and 2 is like, no, we didn't. But they were very quick to say that.
So, Wynn turns to 1 and 2. So one thing we're going to work on is not sounding suspicious when you did not actually do a thing. That's okay. We'll work on it together.
But you all steal things all the time.
Yeah, but we're
Not all the
professionals.
I've
time,
never
she
stolen
says.
anything in my entire life.
Not all the time, she says, dropping the pearls out of her pocket and picking them up again. So, okay. agenda. This thing in front of us. Also, Squonk needs to know when we leave. Follow up, we have 3 ships and not a lot of pilots.
Well, we can link the one in 2000 and the Squonk together. So realistically, we have 2 ships that we have to worry about.
Well,
I can link the cavalcade to the one in as well. It fits right in the escape pod hatch.
well, something I've been thinking is, do we really need 3 ships? It might not be a bad idea since we have our whole private hangar to keep a backup ship here in case, like, I don't know, something breaks. We like to break things a lot.
I don't know if they're gonna let us keep the hangar after we leave is the thing.
Oh, well, you can ask.
Also, we don't own Corrail's ship. That ship is Corrail's.
I was thinking the 2000, like leaving the 2000 here.
We could steal that one too.
Well, we could
Yeah,
just
the
ask.
1N2000 has a part of 1N's consciousness still in it. I don't think we should sell it.
I'm not selling. I didn't say sell it.
We could get a capital ship and just fit all the other ships inside of it.
How much
don't
is
know
one of
about-
those?
You are one ends maker, aren't you?
But yes.
But then I don't want to fly around in a big ship.
I also don't know how to fly a capital ship,
And
so
you know what they
like
say about big ships?
No, what
That
did
are
they say about
efficient
big
in
ships?
transporting a lot of goods and people.
Big ships, the smallest crew are compensating.
For what?
we were not gonna get into that right now.
Okay.
I'm just saying if we're in a fight and there's, what, 5 of us spread over 3 ships, we're getting spread very thin.
Well, I mean, we have a evil supercomputer system.
Oh, I see you've met the Squonk.
Oh yeah, it does not like me.
Well, it doesn't like
It does-
anybody.
It does not like anybody.
It could be worse. You could be a Jedi.
It thought I was for a moment.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's
I
probably
think the
why I didn't
Squonk
like
and I
you.
are okay. We're just neutral with
Have
each
you
other.
been talking to the Squonk?
Anyway.
Did you show it your new rock collection?
Anyway.
Wynn goes over to the calf maker and begins making themselves yet another cup of constant brown bean juice.
Well, so why don't I just call Paula and ask if we can keep the 2000 here? And if the answer is no, then we'll go on from there. And if the answer is yes, then cool.
That's putting a lot of trust in the Naboo government to keep our ship safe.
Well, it does have one end in it, so if worse comes to worse, it can protect itself, with one end. This is the ship. It's okay.
I have to say that I'm not thrilled with the idea of leaving the one in 2000 with the Naboo government. Although I am not opposed to the idea of leaving one of the ships, not the Squonk, obviously, but one of the other 2 somewhere. I just don't know if here is the best choice for that, given we are seen as law-abiding citizens now, but we all know how quickly that changes.
Turns and looks at 1 and 2.
We are seen as law-abiding citizens. I did not say we were.
I do not believe I have any locations that I can safely put a ship.
I mean, my family lives on a farm, but my planet's constantly attacked by Nihil, so I can't guarantee that it's going to make it.
Also, we're pretty far. I mean, Naboo is kind of, further from places. I don't know that we'll find any sort of safe place nearby.
Does anybody have like in the TV shows, like a super secret abandoned like cave that they can store it in, and that's where we can all make our wealth and store it like little chipmunks?
That's not a bad idea, actually. We should find a place. I mean, we're getting enough stuff that there is an argument to be made that we should maybe find a place out of the way somewhere, something remote, something not really that visited, but also like close enough that we could theoretically keep our excess ships or dangerous artifacts or maybe the odd hostage.
Trade goods.
Trade
Hey,
goods.
where's that cool again? This is out of character.
Far in wild space.
Can we do
Alright.
like a midpoint thing, like input the two core, like halfway in between Naboo and Zakul?
If...
But you know it's Hetzel.
No! No,
Okay, somebody make me a percentile roll.
No!
Oh no!
I was gonna say, if
I
Zakul's in wild space, you know what else is in wild space?
Oh yeah.
Lysatra.
Is Jakku also pretty close to where we're going?
It depends. What's the result of the percentile?
I will.
I got a 39. Or, if you...
There.
I just want to do one for fun.
And for our listeners at home who maybe this is their first experience with the game, what is a percentile roll, Chris?
It is a D100. When dungeon masters are confronted with the possibility that their players are going to go off the rails, they can create various scenario charts. Then they can ask their players to roll D100, and whatever comes up on that number is what happens in the outcoming scenario. So in this case, I have a list of planets, and specifically outer rim planets, and a good midway point between Naboo and Zakul is a planet called Fallujah.
Oh my god. I was gonna suggest that we stop by Lysatra, because Lysander's family actually owns a good bit of land.
Lysatra is on the way. It's a bit closer to Zakul, though. It's not a midpoint.
That's true, though.
But
if we
Lysander-
wanted to use, like, let's say, probably, like, a warehouse of Lysander's family that he knows wouldn't be used or touched to, like, keep stuff in.
Would he suggest that?
He might.
We should also consider the possibility that if we're flying the ships to a secondary location before going to Zakul, the Squonk might not agree with that plan and might just go to Zakul anyway.
Well, we can tell it that we need to, like, refuel and such.
I don't know how much that excuse will keep working.
Tell it that we will go faster if we are able to store some of our mission requirements, items, at a separate location.
We can
And
get
that,
it
in
a
fact,
game machine.
We are simply attempting to speed up the process of the mission by taking a slight detour. Look, how much? Actually, you said that Felucia's right at the halfway point.
Yeah.
I rolled a 65 for fun. I don't know if that means anything.
Another system that would be a good a midway point. I'm not sure about a good midway point, but another system that comes up is Dathomir.
No! Our pets are there! Our animals are there! Let's go! Our animals!
I feel like the only things we'd have to worry about there are the creatures.
I am more than happy to go to Dathomir. It is.
What's on Dathomir?
Yeah, what's Dathomir? I don't even know this
Nothing
planet.
good.
I've
What
never
is it?
heard of this.
It is. Have you heard of rancors?
Yeah, like they're...
No.
Oh, like in...
That's where they're from.
Oh, cute!
Yeah.
Not cute. Not
Listen,
cute.
Coruscant's next best top Rancor model was a really good season.
I've read
That
a lot.
was-
I'm
all
so
staged.
confused.
I've read a lot of things about Night Sisters and their scary
Yes.
magics
Yes,
from
they
that
also-
planet. So,
Wait, they do magic? Like tricks?
What? What?
It's like, from what I understand, it's kind of like they're using the dark side of the Force, but
Oh, so not like pick a card tricks.
Yes.
They do
they
magic
use-
tricks.
Well, no. The dark side of the not the necessarily. They use the Force in
Are-
their magics.
Does Death and Mirror people like outsiders?
no.
Do they like commerce? Do they like trading?
I don't think so.
Are Night Sisters anti-capitalist?
No! Okay, we're not going there. We'll never get rid of
Do they live in a barter-based society?
Oh, God.
I badly need to know the economics of the Night Sisters of Dathomir. I need to know their tax policy.
Aren't they like...
It is a red planet, as Robin said in the chat.
Comrades?
Comrade Nelson.
So, Lysander, doesn't your parents own like a shipping place?
Yes.
Do they
my
have
family-
friends off-world that they trade with? Like, 'cause don't they have to ship 2 things?
Yeah, they mainly deal with other planets in wild space. Some even going outside of wild space into the unknown. But because we don't really also... I mean, it might be a good idea because Lysatra isn't part of the Republic. And if we want to avoid
Yeah, that
dealing
sounds
with
good.
the Republic.
Yeah, I was just wondering if your parents might have like any friends like in the Outer Rim or the Mid Rim that they could like call and, you know, be like, hey, let our like sweet precious child like and his friends like keep our stuff there.
I mean, maybe... I don't know. It's very possible my father disowned me, but,
What?
What?
I don't know. I haven't talked to them since I left home, so...
Where is he? I need to beat him up.
No, guys. No.
I mean,
let's analyze the
might be
situation
able to talk
before we-
to...
I want to go to Dathomir!
I could possibly talk to people, but I don't know if they do it for me. I don't really want to use my family's connections like that.
Okay, that's understandable. That's fine. That is perfectly okay. We'll figure something out. And gives me plenty of time to think of how to chew out your father.
So, right now, we have presented to us here 3 options of potential places to set up I don't want to call it base, maybe secret hideout, or hidden place, and I don't know, we'll workshop the name. And these 3 places that have been proposed are Felucia. Now, Chris, does Wynn know anything about Felucia offhand due to their background as a spacer?
You know a lot about Fallujah, actually.
Okay, so Felucia is a very wild planet, lots of plant life. Acklays are from there, if anyone has seen an Acklay. Big, spiky, green. Yeah, your definition of cute scares the criff out of me. We're not gonna go there.
Everything has beauty. Fuck you. Like, everything's cute and handsome and beautiful in its own way, and they all have
Have
their...
you seen a baby hut? Like, up close, have you smelled it?
Listen, miss... Don't you have,
I hear
like,
one,
little... You know what? It's fine. Talking about smells.
Three potential options. Felucia, which is a very wild planet, benefits no people. That's a thing. Option number 2 is Dathomir. The pros are there actually are people, and it is relatively settled, and nobody's gonna mess with Dathomir. The cons are that those people happen to be insane force-using people,
Not insane.
I mean, insane in terms of like the type of force that they use, not that they themselves are insane. There's that problem, and also wildlife, and then finally option 3 is Lysatra. The pros are it is close to wild space, and potentially Lysander's family could help us out. The cons are Lysander's family might have disowned him for what I assume are stupid reasons that make no sense and are dumb.
There's also an option 4, and option 3 is out because Lysander flat out said he didn't want to, and we're going to honor that.
Okay, so no option 3.
I mean,
Great.
we could do it, and I just wouldn't tell my family.
Also, is there,
That
like,
is also an option.
a planet is, the size of a planet. We don't have to go to the area that your family is from.
That
Can't-
is so true.
Can't we just also just, like, look at, like, rental listings and see, like, what's available? Like, normal people?
I do have another option.
Okay.
Oh, hit us.
There are several just things floating in space that we could just park one of the ships.
And then how do we find the thing floating in space again? Because space is big.
I don't actually know. I know that some spacers have used this technique before, and I hoped y'all might know how to do that. But
Yeah, let's stick to the 3 options that we have thus far.
I pilot.
I'd say there is also the big junkyard.
Didn't you guys tell us that there's a big, giant gonk monster there?
Yeah, but there's monsters everywhere.
We're also here on Naboo, where people like us. And all we have to do is ask, hey, can we keep some shit here?
Rich people are fickle.
Oh my god, Win! I'm going to throw you out the window.
We've already... I don't want to come back here. That's
We
the
also
thing.
could just
Okay,
take all the ships.
fine. That's understandable. Fine.
Yeah, we could just go. We could link up the ships and just go with all of them.
Choo-choo
'cause-
train ship.
Yeah, because I can fly and shoot from my own ship, and then we have a pilot for each ship and a gunner for each ship, which means we are relatively covered for all the necessary things in case we need to do that.
I have a horror. Actually, Chris, can we roll one more time for another possible planet or not?
Those are the 2 I'm going to give you in terms of your specifications.
Fine. I'm all for going. I've planned us out. Meals for a month and a half, and that's if we don't stop for more supplies. And if we eat stingy, we can go for 3 months. And if we start eating soups, you'll all know that we're critical on food. So I have at least that covered. I'm all for just going.
Chris, did we, looking at the, navigation things, do we know how long we will spend in hyperspace?
Assuming you render the best calculations and the best possible pilot checks, could take about 3 weeks.
Okay.
I'm going to surprise everybody, I think, by saying that the best bet in my mind is to park anything that we don't need for the journey on Dathomir.
Do they have nice, low housing markets there?
I don't think they have a housing market generally. I think that there's numerous different groups of people, and that if we can strike an arrangement with one of them, it would be better than simply dumping the ships on Felucia or trying to avoid Lysander's family on Lysatra. And of course, if this doesn't work out, we just take the ships and go.
What do they trade there? Like, what do they not have? What do they need?
That is an excellent question.
Well, use your
Corel.
fancy little data pad.
Google, what does Dathomir need?
Because if we come in and trade them what they need, then it will give us some bargaining room.
Dathomir needs a therapist.
Okay, let's go just kidnap one then.
I don't think kidnapping a death. Oh, yes, a therapist. Oh, well, I mean, not a...
I know nothing about this planet.
It has. Yeah, what I know is that it has a group of Force users that are aligned to what some people refer to as the dark side.
And that's the
Air
bad
quotes.
one.
Oh, well, the Squonk might be happy about that.
Two months ago, I would have been vehemently opposed to interacting with any group of Force users. Recently, I've been re-examining that particular deeply held bias, and now I'm a little more open to it.
Is Dathomir a swamp?
I think they have swamps, but
Or are they
I
like a
wouldn't
jungle?
say they are a swamp.
Lysander, Zero, what do the two of you think?
Let's just keep all those ships. Let's just be a choo-choo train of ships.
Yeah, I think, if we all just go, we don't need to work. Like, to me, I think, having more ships is better than having less, because, what if something happens to one of them? Then you have a spare.
Okay, so if we're going to do that, then we need to figure out right now the breakdown of pilots and gunners if there's a problem. Because Coriel is right, and an advantage is that we can break the one big ship into 3 small ships. So my proposition is that in the event of an emergency, Coriel will take his ship. He can both fly and shoot. I will take Zero on the Squonk, and Lysander can pilot the one in with Gauze as the gunner on that ship.
That works.
What about Gonkum 1 and 2?
They may float as necessary for the situation.
That sounds like a good plan to me.
Gonk floats.
One says.
In a zero-G environment.
And 2 says,
They all float down here.
No!
All right, that was unnecessarily creepy, but an excellent point.
We're gonna
2.
be doesn't the Squonk have 2 gunners?
It has the ability to have.
It has
2
the
people.
ability to have them, but it also has the big one on the side.
Yeah, like we upgrade it to have 2 gunners? I do not remember.
It can have up to 2.
you can certainly install one. You have the money.
No, that's
for
what I'm asking. Like, I think we already did.
I believe we did.
I'm trying to remember. 2 turrets, yes. We did get the 2 turrets and the hyperdrive. Okay, cool. Yeah. Gaz just looks like she's just, like, not liking this and kind of looking off to the side. She clearly not agreeing with how this is going.
And to be clear, this is an emergency situation thing. I probably would not want to split the crew up if not necessary, but it's important in the event that we enter, say, for example, a dogfight with 5 starfighters above Yagdul, that everyone knows exactly where to put their positioning.
Yeah, I think this plan is great.
I think it's fun. What are the chances that will happen again?
Yeah, we'll all stay together. We're just going from one place to another place. Nothing bad will happen.
When reaches up to touch, you guessed it, their very large Duros forehead.
Ring the bell.
Everyone take a shot.
Gaz just kind of, like, shakes her head.
Okay, so currently it looks like the plan is we will hop in the ships, bundle them together, and be our own little fleet and then we will go to the coordinates without stopping on the way, and we will get that taken care of. Does anyone have any objections to this decision that
No.
are big enough to potentially throw the entire thing, or can we say that this is the plan?
I think that's the plan. The sooner we get off this planet, the better. I'm sick of this place.
Okay, so the only question that then remains, when gestures down at the odd box, is what to do about this.
Can one in fight on that ship?
The 2000?
Yeah. Gauze is asking honestly.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. The like partial consciousness thing is, very strange. I don't know what one end is able to do.
I'm just asking because I'm not a good shot. And if it's down to me to protect Lysander, I don't know if I can.
Well, that's why you have 2 ships at your allied.
Alright.
Yeah, and you've got like the Force and stuff
I don't have
protecting
the
Lysander.
Force.
No, but protecting Lysander. I thought that's like what the Force did.
I wish that were the case, but you saw I got stabbed, so...
I just know I've been there
But you
twice.
didn't die.
I've been there twice, and I've watched Lysander get hurt 2 times because I didn't do shit, and I don't really want to do that again. So can one in also shoot on that ship? Do we know?
I do not know, but I believe if one ends consciousness in there, and it will probably be able to assist you in firing.
Okay. I don't like this, but if I'm clearly outnumbered, so...
Unfortunately, Zero also is best suited to remain on the Squonk in an emergency, as they are easily the most familiar with the Squonk systems as an engineer.
Gon can fly a ship.
Yeah, also, but like the
Gonk
Squonk.
can what?
You know that Gonk flew the Squonk.
I was reviewing those logs, and didn't Gog immediately throw the Squonk into a death spiral
And we
towards the ground?
survived. It was clever. Fine, the box. What's going on with this
I'm
box?
sorry, Zero, what were you saying? And then we can move on to the box.
Oh, I was just saying that it's probably best. It is probably best that I stay on the Squonk just because I'm connected to the Squonk's mission. I guess. Probably best that we stay together. So if any sort of awakening that happens to both of us at the same time.
Alright, I'll start moving all the food evenly off the Squonk. Ugh.
Great, let's talk about this box.
We've not had great track record with mysterious boxes in the past.
Okay, I mean, the good news is this isn't a box, it's a statue. It's acting like a box. Metaphysically.
The statue is acting like a box.
Well, it's
Yes.
definitely doing a very good job of it. Is it sentient?
I poke it with a finger. I don't think so.
No, it's not sentient.
I honestly... Lysander, what do you think about the box? What is the Force telling you?
That's a good question. And now I don't know if I can use this, but Lysander has a fun new little thing.
Oh.
Can I use Sense Force on the statue?
You can, yes. Does that require a roll?
Yeah. Sense Force, which is a level 1 force power, is like... says for the duration you sense the use of the Force or its presence in an inanimate object. I can read. Within 30 feet of you. If you sense the Force in this way, you can use your action. Well, that we're not in combat or anything, so. Yeah. I don't think I need a roll. Doesn't say anything about rolling, but
Yeah, it's automatic. It looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely sense that it's as if the force is crystallized. It's part of the statue itself, and you sense it to be a container, but you can't sense deeper than that. It's preventing your sight from seeing what's within.
There's definitely the force in there, but I can't tell any much than that.
Well, as I see it, we have 3 options. Open the box.
Just crack open the statue.
Let's just shove it over.
I'll pick up the statue, climb on top of the squonk, and then throw it off the
I'm just
squonk.
gonna, like, can we just push it over?
Let's
Let's shoot it.
because we also don't have a great track record of opening boxes.
That's true. Last time a box was opened,
Someone
I could
died
electrocute it
died,
again.
so-
violently.
But then we'll shoot it from afar. She just starts to take out Grime.
No,
no,
no.
What?
That was option 1. I have not. We have.
Okay, what's option
do it
2?
We just keep it, closed, and don't open it. So do nothing. Yeah.
What?
And option 3, we throw it out the airlock and into a star.
We could give it to somebody and let it be someone else's problem.
Well, yeah, but that's not fun.
Yes, it is.
Relifting is an
that's not-
extremely tacky thing to do on
It's
Life
not
Day.
engagement
Win,
for our
which is your
listeners.
least favorite rich person that's been here? We'll give it to them.
Oh gosh, do I have time to think about it?
Okay, that was not a real question.
We could ask the squonk if it knows anything about it.
Yeah. We also could ask the Night Sisters.
No!
We've already decided we're not going to Dathomir.
Yeah.
Technically, we decided that we were not going to attempt to establish a base on Dathomir. We never ruled out the possibility of making a stop at Dathomir on the way so as to get the box examined.
But would they
Okay.
even want to help us?
Yeah, that seems like a lot of unnecessary steps. We could just break it.
Also, yeah, I don't know how happy the squonk would be, like Zero said before, about taking a detour.
Maybe, because Zero had an interesting suggestion. Maybe we just ask the evil ancient ship about the evil ancient box, and we see if it has evil ancient knowledge that it can share with us in its evil ancient way.
I mean,
If
wait,
you say
do
evil
we know
ancient
it's
way
evil
one
ancient?
more time.
Do we know if it's evil and ancient? Chris,
Yeah.
was Lysander able to tell if it was like,
You do not sense the dark side, at least.
yeah, Lysander is just like, I don't think it's evil and ancient. Or at least, well, it's ancient, obviously, but I don't think it's evil. I didn't sense the dark side of the Force.
Okay.
In
Fine,
there.
we'll ask the squawk about the ancient artifact of dubious moral alignment.
You know what?
I like this plan.
Gauss just goes up and just tips the thing. Just tips.
No! Lysander goes to catch it.
Does do anything.
You throw it over?
No, I just kind of push it over on the table, just like, eh.
It makes a loud thud. It's like the sound of throwing a heavy weight down on the ground.
When-
And it
Whoa.
actually dents the floor a little bit.
When
Whoa.
rushes
Doesn't look
over,
like-
God.
when rushes over and tries to very gently pick it up and set it upright again.
No problem.
When successfully does that.
How does
Ween.
it make that noise? Let's do it again.
No, let's not.
Let's
We-
just take it to the squonk, okay?
Fine.
If,
I'll
if
freak out
there
too
is-
much.
If there is ever a point where we are done with this, I am enrolling you all in a historical preservation course.
Do you know it's old?
It
Yes.
clearly is old.
How
It
do you
came-
know?
Because it was discovered in the bottom of a thing in Jeddah. I read the plaque on it. See, I'm the
How do
type
you know
of
it's not a
person, guys,
fake?
Because it would have been verified by historical preservation societies and
Lysander just
archaeologists.
picks up the statue and It's like, I'm going to the Squonk.
Zero's gonna follow Lysander and just go out the door.
Gauze and Win are doing that. Come
Not all
on, Zero,
academic
let's go.
institutions.
Yeah, Zero and Lysander are fully out of the room now.
You
while
are
you
Okay, they
such
leave
a
everyone to
hypocrite.
Not all historical preservation societies are owned by the state.
You're such
Some
a
of them are
hypocrite.
sponsored.
You pick and choose your morals. Just
Yes, I
Going
can.
down the
she's
lift
just-
to the
just following
Squonk,
the other
Chris.
two. Just still chewing out Win. Playfully.
Meanwhile, on the Gaze Electric, the Droid 3 is watching his master, Marchion Ro. For the past few hours, Marchion has been staring at the monitors of the navigation system, looking at a particular ship. 3 asked why earlier, but his master has turned to look at him and sneered, showing off his rows of sharp teeth. I guess that means he didn't want to talk. 3 wished he understood what was going on, but he didn't. Instead, he just sat there, or floated there, waiting. Finally, his master spoke, with a big smile on his face. He hadn't seen his master smile in quite some time. It's almost time, 3. Almost.
Time? Time for what, Master?
Marchion didn't respond. Instead, he looked away and continued to watch the ship on the monitor. 3 noticed that the ship he was watching was getting dangerously close to another ship, a much larger ship. It would seem that the data provided by the Squonk is correct. Gifts freely given, indeed.
That's great, Master. So, does this mean you want this to happen?
Again, Marchion didn't answer, not right away at least. The 2 ships were getting closer and closer on the monitor. 3 was wondering, why? Why does Marchion want this to happen? Let's find out. The ships moved closer together on the navigation system monitors. They were going to collide, 3 thought. And with that, the alarms on the Gaze Electric rang off, and the blips on the screen were no more. Hey everybody, thank you so much once again for listening to another edition of For Light and Dice. If you want to hang out with us between episodes, you can find us on X, Twitter, whatever it's called, under the handle @ForLightandDice. On that profile, you can find a link to our Discord. It is free for everybody if you want to hang out with us between episodes. Our most loyal listeners, as well as everybody in the cast, is in that Discord, so please check it out. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our podcast via your favorite podcast platform of choice. We would also really appreciate it if you could leave a review for us. It kind of helps improve the discoverability of the show, and we certainly would love to have more listeners. Once again, if you like the music on this episode, it is composed by an artist named Grushkov. They compose all kinds of amazing music, especially music inspired by the High Republic. So again, if you like all the music on their shows, that's who composes them. Definitely check them out. They're on Spotify, YouTube. You can also purchase their music outright through various services. Anyway, just a quick heads up, we're going to be taking a break for the Thanksgiving holiday, which is next week as of this recording. So we're going to take a week off, and then we'll be right back at you with some disastrous events. Thanks, everybody, and may the Force be with you.